any information relevant to a new startup business, lots of directions we can go. I'm going to start with marketing, right? For most of us, when we're opening our first location, getting people in the door on the schedule is the very first thing. So at the basic level, um, unless you're brand new to an area and you've never lived there before, and I'm in central Pennsylvania, let's say I moved to Austin, Texas, right? And I decide to open up a practice there. Well, where I would start if I were starting all over again from scratch is hopefully I know a few people in Austin, Texas. And let's say I know Connor. I would probably have a conversation with Connor. Hey, are there social groups that you're involved with? Civic groups? What Facebook groups are you part of in the community? I would want to find people. I would want to find lists as quickly as possible and figure out a way to deliver them value. Maybe it's doing a workshop, or maybe an online workshop, or a lunch and learn for a local community as quickly as possible. I want to build a list as fast as I can. Now, if this were 17 years ago and I were starting over again here in central Pennsylvania, I grew up here. So what I did in the beginning is I made a list as big as possible. I think it was around 280 people, aim for 300, but friends and family that and promote the opening of the practice, right? We're open for business. Here's the insurances we accept. This is what we specialize in treating. Here, this is what physical therapy consists of, right? Success stories that we could share. Here's the best way you can help. And then I just continued every month to send them something in the mail and now email as well, both, right, to that original group. And they kind of took ownership of our business. So in terms of getting the word out, start there. It is very easy and to fall victim in the beginning because we think, as soon as the old cliche was, if you hang your shingle, print a few referral pads off, drop them off at doctor's offices, then you can make a go at it. That's not really how the world works today, right? And that's probably been out for 20 or 30 years. As a business strategy, you have to develop some sort of list right away, find groups of people that you can serve, and then deliver value to them. Start there. Once that happens, hopefully you have some sort of a financial pro forma, which is a financial projection, and here's how that applies. So earlier this week, we just signed the lease to our next location. So excited about that, right? Opening another clinic right now. We haven't opened 2 clinics this year. Now we're opening another one here in the upcoming months. Signed the lease, but before we did that, the director of that clinic, the therapist that's going to direct that clinic, she created a pro forma. So that's a financial projection of income and expenses for the first year of that new practice, right? Then the question is, and you do this with the new business as well, this was the very first thing that I did before opening up my own practice and planning to open up my own practice, is create that financial pro forma. It's income and expenses. We have lots of samples that we've given out, forms that you can create the same thing, but it's here's what I expect to happen. And then you start asking yourself better business questions like, what do I need to do to make this happen? I can remember my initial pro forma, we needed 5 new patients a week. And at the time, Pennsylvania was not a direct access state. I did not understand how to market direct to the consumer. So we needed physician referrals. So I just, went out and ran like crazy and met a whole bunch of doctors to try to get some doctors referring in. And we were able to make a go at it with those 5 physician referrals every single week. So that you're kind of, that's what you're looking to do. Create the financial pro forma and then decide how many new patients do you need to meet that pro forma, and then make that happen through your marketing, either physician referral or more likely today, you're going to go direct to the consumer.